Joy Tribe, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do another reaction video. Unfortunately, and condolences, the Queen has passed. It's a quite shocking revelation to know that the Queen, after 70 years on the throne, is no longer with us. So we're going to do a reaction video. You guys know I just came from London, and unfortunately, I never got to meet the Queen. I would have loved to meet her, but this is shock the nation. I was living in the UK for a year, and the UK definitely take the respect of the Queen very seriously. I got some comments on my last video that you guys were like, be nicer. I thought I was being very nice, but of course I'm going to be nice. I want to be respectful. I also understand, this is quite a shocking event. And the Queen was a great woman. Okay, so here we go. We're going to react to this video. You guys ready, Joy Tribe? Let's go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more reaction videos every day uploading. And I go live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Lego.
The Prince of Wales is king after the longest royal apprenticeship in history.
Crazy.
He'll be the best prepared monarch we've ever had, having served so long sort of tutelage under his mother.
Even to him, she was Your Majesty in public. But watch her.
Isn't that crazy, though, to know like the monarchy even respected the Queen so much that her own son in public calls her Your Majesty? Now, he had to wait 70 years. This is the longest apprenticeship in history. Normally, the Queen or King pass or abduct I think it's called abduct the throne, not whoa, my camera's moving. Abduct the throne. Is that right? Adjudicate? I don't know these words. It's too fancy for me, darlings. But normally it is not this long of a wait. Oops. We're filming this live, guys. Please leave a comment down below if you like you like everything that's going on here. But really, truly, it's usually not such a long wait to be the king. But I'm still shocked because she's been the Queen as long as I've been alive, as long as probably your grandparents have been alive. I mean, 70 years, and she was 96. This woman is a legend. So now he's the prince. Well, yeah, he's the queen's son, the prince, right? That becomes the king. This is crazy. What's your reaction, guys? Leave a comment down below. We're going to keep watching.
Face on her 92nd birthday.
Your Majesty, Mummy.
That's cute.
In 1952, when Charles was just 3, his mother became queen. His destiny was laid out before him.
Look how cute.
It was a difficult childhood for Charles. As a young queen, his mother put duty and service above all else.
One of the things he talks about is this memory of his mother coming to kiss him goodnight on the nursery floor, wearing the imperial state crown.
His mother broke with tradition, as we saw dramatized on The Crown.
Prince Charles was the first heir to the throne to be sent to school as opposed to being instructed by private tutors.
That's interesting. It's almost like they wanted him to be a man of the people. It's really going to create quite a shockwave. It's already created a shockwave. How is he going to replace her? I mean, you can't replace Queen Elizabeth II, but how is he going to step into her shoes? I actually feel very honored that I got to live in the UK while she was alive and while she was there. She was there at the Jubilee. She waved at everybody. I mean, she's quite an active royal. And I do respect the title 100%. I don't mean any disrespect when I say that. There are some people, though, that just did not like her. I mean, you're going to get hated for no matter what you do. But I thought that former President Trump, said some really kind things about her. He said she was quite a woman, and he on I think Truth Social. It's just very interesting to see the reactions that are coming out. It's shocking, though, because what a difference this is going to make. And I'm wondering, there's going to be mourning for 12 days. So I'm wondering what's going to happen in the UK. I actually have a flight to go to the UK this month, but I don't think I'm going to go. Not because of this, but I was going to change the flight. But I just think that now, especially, is not really the time to go to the UK. It will be quite an experience, though, to experience that. But it's going to be somber for sure. So if you're from the United Kingdom, my condolences. She was quite a well-loved figurehead. She was quite a famous queen. Wow. Maybe the last of her kind, really.
Was sent away to the same school I gather that Prince Philip also attended, and he didn't have the easiest time of it at first.
In his 30s, the prince told Barbara Walters he struggled with certain subjects.
I think it's not too bad for people to know that the Prince of Wales
Look
can
how
also
young.
fail in school, and they give him a failing grade.
Oh, yes. I failed my maths exam 3 times. I finally got it on the 4th attempt.
Prince of Wales became his title in 1969. But
Okay,
at the
so
time,
Prince.
many knew him as a Playboy prince.
What? I didn't even know any of this. See, I'm American, so he was the freaking, he was the freaking prince, party prince. So he was the prince in 1969. Can you imagine? That's when you became the prince, and then you're thinking 15 years from now, maybe 20 years from now, I'm going to be king. I mean, he's now going to be the king. Obviously, this is going to be quite a shock. Somebody was saying in my comments that the plan is that he's going to abdicate. And thank you for saying abdicate. I've got some live streaming in the background on Bigo. By the way, join me on Bigo. I'm back on there. I've got my fans on Bigo. But they're saying abdicate the throne. And then this is a rumor. I don't know if this is confirmed. And that William is going to be king. That would be quite something. I think that he's very kingly, and I do think that him and his wife represent the royal family extremely well. So let's keep watching. I want to see what your comments are. We're reacting to this news really as it's happening. This happened just hours ago.
They tried to kind of create him as kind of a James Bond figure. He was referred to as Action Man, I think, in the 60s, as
Wow.
he flew planes or did helicopters or rode in jeeps or whatever he was doing.
In his early adulthood, he became a helicopter pilot, joined the Naval Air Squadron, and took command of a naval mine
I'm sorry, but these beats, I'm like, okay, work it.
hunter.
And there were a long line of lovely young ladies who appeared to be potential spouses for him who did not make the final cut.
At 31, he proposed to his uncle's granddaughter, Amanda Natchbull. She
Wait,
turned
what?
him down.
He proposed to his uncle's granddaughter. At 39. She was probably quite young. She looks older to me, but she was probably like 21 or something. That's not abnormal out there, the age gap relationships. I've been in age gap relationships myself. My longest relationship was age gap. But it's interesting that, and by the way, on Bigo, I've got Dow Emperor saying he must take lessons from Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, she didn't give a damn. Wow. Yeah, Margaret Thatcher. Why can't I say that name? Was a badass. What a badass woman. Very, very strong, confident woman. She was very, very good. The UK has had some great leaders. I think the United Kingdom has done quite well for themselves being in the West. By the way, if you'd like to see the comments, because I go live when I do these reactions on Bigo, download the Bigo app, join me on there, Joy Tribe. Your girl is now on Bigo. I'm one of the hosts. I go live for hours throughout the day. I'm still going live here on YouTube, though. We premiere these videos live, so I do read your comments. I watch them with you. And then we go live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube. Let's continue.
He fell in love with Camilla Shand, but she married someone else while he was in the Navy.
30 seconds, I think.
Finally, Lady Diana Spencer, the younger sister of a girl he had dated.
All of a sudden, this teacher, who was so young and so fresh, had that beautiful smile and unappreciating.
She was gorgeous. Princess Diana was so iconic and so beautiful and kind, just such a princess, right? Leave a comment down below if you love Princess Diana. She's just the epitome of a princess in my viewpoint.
manner. Suddenly we discovered that she was the apple of his eye, and before we knew it, they got engaged.
I remember thinking what a very jolly and amusing and attractive 16-year-old she was. And I mean, great.
Okay, let's continue. That's the legal age in the UK, okay?
Fun and bouncy and full of life and everything. And I don't know what you thought of me.
Pretty amazing.
And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
Everybody remembered that
She
interview
was definitely
where they were asked.
So young. Oh my gosh. What different times, right? What crazy times. Um, she was legal though at that age in the UK. It's very different from the US. It's 16, not 18. Shocking for United States, right? And but it what a I mean, listen, I will be the first to admit that I don't know a lot about the royals. Um, I'm not ignorant of the history, but I was quite young. I was really young. Actually, I wasn't even born when they got together, I don't think. And yeah, it's an interesting couple because he was so much older than her. I think it was like 20 years. And she was very demure, she was very shy. You could see she was like, "Oh yes," and but she became the apple of everybody's eye. I do think that Kate is a really great princess too. William, Kate Middleton, she's a great princess. Meghan Markle, as much as I wanted to root for her, I love that she's biracial, from Los Angeles, an actress, all the things I am. But that woman is a feminist, and I mean, not in a good way. That woman is so attacking William, like not William. What's who'd she marry? Like, I know this, but I mean, my goodness, she is very, very controlling, and I don't understand not being a public servant when that's your job. Like they're leaving, they're saying they're bullying me because I'm black. I'm like, honey, if you didn't tell me you were black, I would have no idea. As a black woman, I'm a biracial mixed race, but now I can't say that without saying I'm black. So I always like to use that against the leftists that attack me, right? Okay, I'm a black woman. If you want me so badly to identify, but I use it to joke on race because I think that we shouldn't make such a big deal about this. I'm very controversial in my viewpoints and opinions, but things are just so crazy. And, really, truly, I think that if you just look at the products that somebody produces, like what do they do? What do they say? How do they act? And Meghan Markle's been caught in so many lies. It's just really crazy. Leave a comment down below if you want me to react to Meghan Markle's lies. And these women who are just all attacking and trying to get me, and all this attention. It's the opposite of what you should be as a public servant, as a princess. You should be for the people. You should be in humility. It shouldn't be like, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm such a victim. Look at me being a professional, glamorous, beautiful on the cover of Vogue victim. Like, get over yourself. Look at Princess Diana. She was one of our last infamous, most beautiful princesses that unfortunately had a tragic end. I really, truly wish she was still alive with us.
If they were in love, and he said yes, whatever love is. And that tells you, I think, a little bit about maybe his upbringing, whatever love is from a grown man who's just gotten engaged.
Oh, that's a spicy take. That's a spicy take. Shots fired. Continue.
Little China pattern with.
It's emerged that the Prince of Wales, the night before his wedding, really wasn't at all sure whether he was in love with Diana and was actually almost convinced that he wasn't.
On that day in July 1981, 750 million people all over the world tuned in.
So long as you both shall live.
I will.
It looked as though Cinderella had gotten her prince.
How are you enjoying married life? Highly recommend it.
I remember going to Australia with them. We were away for 6 weeks. And, I mean, that was the love tour. I mean, they were over each other like, a rash. I mean, they used to look at each other like they wanted to rush off and rip the clothes off each other. They were that passionate. I mean, it was really, and very tactile, touching.
A year later, an heir.
Wow.
And then a second son.
They're in very good form.
That's fast work. Oh, I love her hair.
Brings both an immense amount of happiness.
In this, their first interview, 1985 in Kensington Palace, music by William and Harry.
Yeah, this is all way before I was born.
Still acting like newlyweds.
I suspect most husbands and wives find that they often have arguments.
But we don't.
No. But occasionally we do, because I mean,
no,
I go on longer.
That was really cute. That was her humor. I think she was cracking a joke. Okay, no, we don't. I'm telling you, we don't have arguments, but she was being cheeky. Her facial expressions show she had humor and lightness. This is wild. They're really going into this with Prince Charles, now king. They're kind of going into his back history here.
Sometimes.
Yes, but I'm faster.
There we are.
The thing that the British public will always be grateful for is the way she raised her sons, and the love and the affection and the touching and the caring that she imbued them with. They're never going to say whatever love is. They know what love is.
But as we all know, the fairy tale faded, and within 5 years it was clear the marriage had crumbled. Later, dueling interviews revealing that Camilla was still in the picture. Their foreign trips were now portraits of a
I will never get that why, and there's this, high value men don't cheat. They exercise options. That's what Kevin Samuels says, that the late great Kevin Samuels, who I really respect and admire and watch a lot of his stuff. I've been on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I love Fresh and Fit. Those guys are great. But one thing I will not contend with, because I'm a Christian woman and because of my faith and raised that way, I don't believe that high value men cheat. They don't cheat. They exercise their options. I don't believe that that's something that should be. I do believe that does happen. But again, if a husband and a wife said, listen, I'm going to make all this money. I'm going to be a billionaire, multi-millionaire. The husband says to the wife, and I'm going to make sure that I will bring home the bacon to you. You're my number one, but I want to go out and have some flings. And the wife says, okay, I don't want to hear about it, or I'm going to look the other way. Yeah, that's not really cheating because she's given her permission. But is that okay? And is that the standard? I don't agree with that. I personally, and you might like some of you guys in the manosphere, I love the manosphere. I love the red pill content, but I just can't get with that. I just can't get with the cheating thing. And he made a fool of her publicly. And it's so dehumanizing. It's so hurtful. And I do think that no matter how you swing it, she obviously was more in love with him than he was with her. I do hope that he becomes a good king. I hope that he's learned. I mean, he's the king now. It's pretty shocking, I mean, of course, the media is going to spin it in different ways, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that King Charles has a good ring to it? Another King Charles? I think that Queen Elizabeth was really exemplary in her actions and the way she ran things. She really knew how to be a queen. The queen is the queen. And she lived a long and beautiful, fruitful life. I truly thought she was going to live forever and stay 90. Like, I really didn't think we'd lose her this soon. Even though she was almost 100, I was like, the queen is definitely going to live past 100. But she was working 48 hours before, the news of her passing. Like, this woman really worked hard. So is the king going to work this hard? Do you think? I think that King William has a nice ring to it. I like, and would she be the queen, or no? She'd be the princess, Kate Middleton, but she'd be married to the king. Can you imagine how? It's really, really some fairy story stuff. Like, as an American looking at this, but I respect that they have so much dignity. I personally don't think I don't think men or women should cheat. I think if you cheat, you belong to the streets. She belongs to the streets. He belongs to the streets. And I get it that when women cheat, it is different than when a man cheats. I do. This is getting spicy. You might be like, what? It's not different. It is, though, because women absolutely have to remain loyal because you could get pregnant. It's a spicy take, I know. And that men should absolutely remain loyal as well. But we do know that even the statistics, though, show that it's about the same. I think it's a 0.1% difference, or it's 1% difference in the percentages. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, 13% men cheat or admitted to cheating, and it's like 12% of women admitted to cheating. That's basically the same. Like, that doesn't, so I believe people cheat, but a woman, it's worse because we know a woman will be emotionally invested in a man. And cheating starts with that coffee and conversation, that hidden intention long before the physical act happens. And when a man cheats, sometimes it's just physical. And then they really, truly are like, I'm sorry. I don't believe that. I'm not saying I necessarily would forgive a man. Like, I'm very conflicted. I haven't been with somebody who cheated on me, thank God, that I know of. But I can say that if you cheat on me publicly with your ex and you shame me in front of everybody and I'm the freaking princess, that is a hard pill to swallow. If you're going to cheat, you better keep it very, very private, and you better just be like, I am so sorry. I mean, I don't know. There's so much pride involved. Like, this is spicy. I know what I'm saying is probably shocking you. Do you agree with me? Do you think that what he did was right? We're doing a whole take now. If you like to see some more content from me, but I will tell you, women, it is worse when you cheat. It 100% is. I don't believe that it makes it excusable for a man to cheat. It's still very, very hurtful. But I do also know personal friends of mine and personal people in my circles who have forgiven their husbands of cheating. They've gone to counseling. They've gone to, they're Christians. They're people who have sought the Lord's help, and they've forgiven their husbands and worked on it, and they have happy marriages today. I don't believe that if someone cheats on you, you should cheat back. But I do believe, like, depends on how much is invested. If the husband of my children, he pays all the bills, cheat on me, would I just necessarily leave him? Probably not, because it's like that would leave me destitute. So it's not easy to make these decisions. But I do think that nowadays women will run from a man if there's even a whisper of him looking at a girl cheating. Yet they will talk to their bestie all day long, who's a guy, and tell him personal details. I'm like, that's kind of cheating. That's already micro cheating to me. You better keep it loyal and keep it tight, keep it right. I think on both ends. I think men and women shouldn't be cheating on each other. Just talk to each other. But if you allow that stuff, if you're like, I'm a millionaire, I want a woman who lets me exercise my options, then tell her. And if she agrees and you sign the paperwork and you shake hands, it's none of my business. That's none of my business. She obviously, Princess Diana, was obviously not okay with that. So that was quite a scandal in the day too. Let me know if you want me to continue reacting to this video. If you want to see more spicy takes and content from me. I did not think we were going to go there, but we did. Check out my other videos as well. I'm dropping 2 to 3 content reaction videos every day, live on Bigo as well. We got some great supporters. Thank you guys on Bigo. Woo! And thank you guys here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe, binge my content. Your girl's already shadow. So help me out. Okay. Love you, Joy Tribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, and I read all your comments down below. So thank you to all the awesome comments and for the suggestions. I'm listening to you guys. Let me know what you like me to react to next. Okay. Bye.